Hello guys, welcome back to GSA's Super Mario Sunshine 80% tournament. In the group stage, we have ShadowMario27 going up against SBlectric. I'm Hasfar commentating with Paperario. Paper, what are you expecting from this race?
What's up everyone, I'm Paper. This race should be pretty good. SB, a consistency lord. Shadow Mario, really solid player. Super good any percent time. We're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff from him. And it should be a good race. I think the runners are gonna get started really soon here. Both starting on a new file, playing it safe. No game overs happening today. Alright. And they're started. Hasfar, what do you know about either of these players? Because I know nothing, so...
They run the game.
Oh, okay.
ShadowMario's been really good at this game for a long time and has shown potential to get a 114 and 80% of this game for a while. Meanwhile, SB's been knocking on the door of a 115 for the past few weeks. I think we're going to see some close gameplay from both of these guys because these are two really good players.
What's this icky paint-like goo? It's moving! Now, boys, don't touch that stuff. Excuse me, but... I am most concerned with the well-being of the princess in this.
Just having a bit of a technical problem here. Everything seems to be fine for now.
Cross over to that shore and find some assistance.
Okay. I guess we'll just pray, everyone. Anyways, we're gonna see some hot airstrip action. Both players making it to flood. Shadow Mario with the slight optimization.
Power up.
Actually, I don't know. Their timers might not be. No, they're synced. Never mind.
Science Incorporated. Preparing to register customer information. Scanning and classifying subject data. Subject identified as Mario. Data storage complete.
So, what are your thoughts on this cutscene, Paper?
You know, the cutscene is fine. All right, we won't get into any politics or anything, but the cutscene is fine. You gotta learn how to play the game, dude. You know, we may have seen this cutscene a lot, but every time you gotta get your refresher in on how to hold down the R button.
I generally agree with that statement.
I don't know, dude. It's time to chill out. You know, get your affairs in order. Go grab a drink. Go to the bathroom. Like, you got a bunch of time to do things. Chill out. Size up your opponent. Like, there's a lot of things to do right now.
Tension already building during this full motion video.
So much tension.
Instructions complete. Proceed.
We see Shadow Mario going for the slightly faster airstrip strat. Very, very important. You can see he actually gained quite a bit of time on SB right there.
People going for those 323 airstrips.
The most important thing in this game is getting a 323 airstrip. As my Lord and Savior Reed once told me, it is what you need to be good at this video game. So. But yeah, we got quite a bit of chilled time right here, so this is the time to go grab a drink, grab a snack, and get ready for some hot sunshine action.
Meanwhile, we can enjoy one of the greatest courtroom dramas in history. By the way, congrats on getting 115 earlier.
Thanks, man. It was a long time coming. Four 115 paces had to die before it happened, but you know what? We get them eventually.
As you are no doubt aware, Someone has been senselessly defaced.
Grind always pays off in the end.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see something similar from either of these players. SB, I don't know about his second race in the tournament, but I know his first race he was def on 115 pace for a little while, so we'll have to see if he can do it again. He's been playing real hot recently, so it's definitely not outside of the question.
Yeah, looking at the leaderboards in Group A, Guy looks good to go out of the group with 177 points right now. SB also has 150. ShadowMario is behind him by, 33 points.
Yeah, so ShadowMario, if he wants to move on, he has to take a W here. That's important to mention. And as long as he beats SB by more than 10 seconds, we shouldn't have an issue with ties or anything like that. But if SB loses by more than 30 seconds, I think. Or no, he has to lose by over 40 seconds. If he loses by over 40 seconds, he'll only get 26 points, which will put him 1 point behind Guy. So SB doesn't have to win, but he definitely has to keep the race close if he wants to move on into the bracket. Ideally, SB just wins, right? And he takes first in the group. He ends up having the, I think, 3rd seed overall going into the main bracket, which is a good thing, obviously. But making it out of bracket is always priority number uno.
It is a shine sprite. Shine sprites are the source of power on Isle Delfino. They used to gather.
What would you say the weak spots for these runners could potentially be in this run?
Has polluted the island and most of the shine sprites have fled.
Honestly, like, there's not a whole lot. Like, ShadowMario has like overall skill in the game, and so does SB. Like, there's not any specific area I think both of them are like not great at. Like, SB's got overall consistency, right? ShadowMario a little more optimization, right? Which might hurt him in like some of the secret stages. Because there's a lot of hard strats for those levels, and if you lose time on a secret level, it's very hard to come back, especially to someone who is very, very consistent. So that's like the main thing right now, is that ShadowMario needs to avoid as many major mistakes as possible. Same with SB, right? But it's a little different for him because I feel like SB is like less likely to make major mistakes, whereas ShadowMario could be more likely in some scenarios. Either way, starting off with some gameplay here. Got some nice scumbag movement. Ooh, not nice scumbag movement. Taking a bonk.
ShadowMario still getting the activation quickly though.
Yeah, it's all about tide now though. Pretty close to sync. We'll have to see what swag these players opt for after being the front lane. SB cleaning the toad. ShadowMario doing a backflip hover cancel, which is a very interesting piece of tech. It's frame perfect. You have to press X, I think, a frame before you press A, and you'll do a backflip and then cancel it with a hover. Not very RTA viable, but you can use it on the re-entry for Pinna to save like, I think, half a second or something.
And now, for the first time in this race, they're gonna have to spray down ShadowMario.
We fight ShadowMario quite a few times here. We're gonna see a quick kill from both players. Neither one gets it though. The idea there is to try to spam spray ShadowMario like as close to him as possible. So what they do is they slide into the goop and then they jump out of the goop and spam spray to hopefully kill him in an instant. But unfortunately, both of them missed it there.
Early M from SB.
It's a small trick. You can spam spray the M as ShadowMario is painting it, so you can just jump dive into the M rather than having to spray it beforehand. It's not a huge time save, especially if you're like good at doing like an immediate like spam spray into dive, but still important.
Now we're gonna see them completely bypass this sprite and then go to the drop.
Both players actually getting a pretty good spider. SB's was like technically slightly worse, but not really. As you can see, SB perfect sync right now, actually.
Pretty good windmill wall kicks from both of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we actually didn't see the wide turn wall kicks from Shadow Mario, because he got up to the windmill fast enough, and I thought Shadow Mario would have known that strat, but I guess not. Maybe playing it safe. I don't know.
Doesn't seem like something that would be worth going for in a race setting. Especially not 9 minutes into the race.
But yeah, they're just gonna kill PD right here. We spam spray his mouth a lot, stand sideways so he attacks us quicker. The spam spray mechanic is actually like pretty broken. We use it in so many places that you wouldn't exactly think to use it. And it saves quite a lot of time, so we abuse the crap out of it.
Pretty solid PD fights from both guys.
Both doing a jump ground pound under the shine. There's quite a few different ways you can grab that shine. You can either do just like a jump into it, or you can do like a double jump ground pound so that you grab the shine as you're like falling down pretty much. So you have the ground pound speed going into the shine, but it's all very minor. And yeah, we're entering Bianco 3 first secret stage. Shadow Mario's gonna take our flood away. This one is not such a big deal on, but in some of the later levels, it's actually somewhat an issue. These are actually some of like the most time costly stages in the run.
Yeah, the secret stages will only get more complex as we go into this run here.
Shadow Mario missing that wall kick. Well, he more so missed the correct side of the pole. You need to hit, I think it's the forward half of the pole, rather than the back half, because the back half you can't actually wall kick off of.
Anyway, straightforward movement coming up in this secret level.
Quite literally, all they have to do is hold forward and do one spin input, so... Anyways, we're gonna go open Rico Harbor right now. Because of complicated routing things, we want to open things as soon as they're available to us to skip event cutscenes, which will save us time.
You will see both these guys do travel skip.
Unfortunately, we won't see any travel skip with X graffiti shenanigans because this is any percent we're playing. But Shadow Mario is known to go for that in 120. But yeah, travel skip, they're just going to do a water slide back to Bianco to kind of overlay these two cutscenes and skip a little bit of Delfino movement. And yeah, both hitting it.
Pretty hard to miss at this level for sure.
We got Bianco 4. This is one of like the more IL'd stages in this game. It's probably up in it's not more IL'd than Piazza 6, but it's probably up there with like Noki 6, maybe like Noki 1, some of the other very technical movement stages. You can see that jump hover from SB into the 5th coin. Actually saved him quite a bit of time, because Shadow Mario just did like a jump into the red coin, and you can see that like SB pulled ahead of him even though he was behind going into that coin.
Yeah, interesting seeing the small different movement differences between these two. Shadow Mario getting the shine first though.
Yeah, I think I wasn't paying that much attention, but I think Shadow Mario pulled out the spin jump off of the roof. That saves about a second, so... but it's pretty hard. You have to be kind of precise and pull off a momentum spin jump. And if you miss it by a little bit, then you're most likely losing about 9 seconds because you're going to roll out off the roof, which is not what you're looking for. But yeah, Hasfar, how many PD patterns are in Super Mario Sunshine?
You know, Paper, I was gonna ask you that question myself.
I've been told there are 2. There's either perfect RNG or not perfect RNG.
I've heard 774 from some people.
That's like 772 more than I said. Well,
Let's
one
just
of
try
us
to
is
meet
probably...
somewhere in the middle.
Gotcha. So there's 337 patterns. I believe it. But yeah, PD can fly around here a lot. We're just gonna have to see like which way PD decides to go. There's a lot of patterns that end up being about average overall, but there are a couple really good patterns too. SB getting this spot, which means PD's gonna go over the wall. Doesn't mean that he's getting bad RNG off the start. This RNG could still actually be pretty good. Shadow Mario getting a pretty decent starting spot as well. This could lead into a lot of other potentially good patterns. But he's just going to go over the wall. I don't think either player grabbed the 1-up. That could matter because if they die a lot, game overing. Actually, that shouldn't happen because both start with a memory card. But game overing is still on the table.
I'd be pretty shocked to see that happen.
You never know, man. We're playing Sunshine any percent. Anything can happen.
And nobody gets Kansas list. Unfortunate.
You know a lot about Kansas, right, Hasfar?
I regret to inform you the answer is yes.
Shadow Mario actually with a pretty decent pattern. That I think is probably just slightly above average. SB's pattern is, I mean, slightly worse, but it's still comparable. He's only going to be about 10-ish seconds behind. Maybe not even that much.
Definitely not that big of a gap this early on.
Yeah, Shadow Mario with a 16:37? No, 36. Oh, that's not even that bad. SP's only like 4 or 5 seconds behind him.
Pretty
That's
clean
high.
Biancos from both of these guys, though.
It's what you like to see. You don't like to see someone make a really bad mistake in Bianco. Especially because we play Bianco so much because we always reset and have to do Bianco again. Going to Gelato, as I said, complicated routing things that don't require explanation. But we will see Gelato skip coming up. Asfar, what are your opinions on Gelato? You agree that it's a pretty sucky stage, right?
Yeah. The Ford Beach skip was pretty bad in this speedrun. As a smart person once said, more or less around the story.
Yeah, dude. Gelato Beach, not that great, especially in any percent. In 120 it gets mildly better. Still kind of sucks in 120, but yeah, that's why we decided to skip all of it. Shoutouts to Tobal, 2014 crew represent.
Don't think we'll see a backflip GBS from either of these guys.
Probably not. Backflip GBS is kind of one of the more just doing runs kind of strats, because if you miss it, your coconut is pretty likely to go in the water, and if that happens, you're losing a minimum of like 20-25 seconds. Shadow Mario with the consistent tree strat and getting a pretty good coconut. SB not doing the consistent tree strat, and his coconut was not that great. Shadow Mario hitting GBS first try. SB going for the new Gelato Beach setup. Gelato Beach skip setup, where you throw the coconut onto the roof, align your angle as you're getting on the roof, and then grab the coconut again. That saves
Yeah, how much more consistent is that?
It's definitely less consistent, but it saves roughly a second to a second and a half. And that's pretty much like in between how much time backflip saved, but that strat that SB did is way more consistent than doing backflip. So yeah, backflip has basically become irrelevant in the current 80% meta, or just like the game in general.
$19.26 Gelato exit for Shadow Mario.
SB dropping the pineapple as he grabs the shine. This pineapple goes in weird directions. It's pretty cool. And yeah, we're done with Gelato Beach. It took us all of 3 minutes, but we have finished that stage. We do not have to go back there.
Time for Piazza Village.
Pretty clean entries by both players. Piazza 1 has a little bit of RNG. Mainly the last chomp is all that matters. If you have good execution on the first 2 chomps, it really doesn't matter which kind of directions they go. But Shadow Mario is starting off with a good chomp, as is SB. Oh, my eyes are blind. I totally thought Shadow Mario got the bad RNG there.
Both of them pretty much got the same placement.
Yeah, I think, did they get the exact same ones?
Looked like it.
But yeah, SP doing a slightly faster strat there. You can go around the last chomplet and get to him a little quicker. But obviously it's a little bit harder as, you know, more execution. You're not just like kind of sitting and waiting for the chomp, but also you save time, so you know.
Only 8 seconds between these two right now.
World's fastest speedrunner coming up. Piantissimo, very quick. Probably faster than Hasfar, but you know what? Hasfar can tell me about it.
The 5th.
That's a new one.
I think the worst thing that could possibly happen in this level is falling off the tree.
I would never know anyone who would fall off the tree.
Hey!
Hey. Yo, Shadow Mario diving up this tree. He's going real fast.
Let's see what time SB gets.
Oh. Oh.
1995?
Interesting. Shout out to anyone born in 1995. I know one of you out there watching is born in 1995, so you a homie. Aspar, you want to tell me how Pianta 3 goes? Because, you know, I'm a pretty casual player of this game, so I go, like, under the village, but I hear speedrunners do this, like, weird thing.
You're going to learn the importance of iframes, my...
Iframes, baby. Let's see what Shadow Mario decides to go for. He's going to go for the GWKD. Playing it safe, going for the normal strats. We'll probably see the same thing from SB.
I'd imagine anybody watching who's only played this game casually would be pretty shocked to see this.
Oh yeah, dude, this level is somewhat hard, but we just kind of don't do any of it. And this shine is like one of the very few in this game that's like sub 1 that isn't like a Shadow Mario shine. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, probably one of my least favorite levels casually, in all honesty. Okay, boys, it's bath time.
Yay, bath time. But yeah, you're gonna see that both these runners are gonna hold the chain chomp. This actually speeds him up. Not exactly sure the reasoning. I think it's so that way you can't pull him while he's on fire. But either way, this was discovered a while ago, and it's actually like super useful. This saves probably 4 or 5 seconds in the level, and you don't have to do anything extra. You're just literally holding his chain.
Yeah, it seems really counterintuitive considering like the point of the mission is to drag the chain chomp into the bath. Here.
Well, SB getting the chain chomp in. That's kind of a backup strat that SB does. If he doesn't go in, you just continue holding B, and eventually he will go in like you saw there. It's still a little slower, obviously, but it's definitely faster than the chain chomp not going in, because that's just bad times.
All right. Beyond the 5 time, you know what that means.
It's time for Jamal, baby. But first we gotta get to Piazza 5. We gotta do a little trick called Yoshi Skip. This trick is actually more important than you might think it is, because not only does it save time in this level, but you save time because of routing things, because you don't have to do Pinna before Piazza. Oh my god, that was a clean Yoshi Skip by ShadowMario.
Yeah, you can't do this regularly if you don't have Yoshi unlocked, right?
No. That's why it's pretty important that we do this. ShadowMario playing it safe, he's not talking to this dude, even though you could technically do that. It just means that he is probably not getting Jamal. If he got Jamal after this, I would be shook. Yeah,
that was pretty unlikely.
SB's got a chance though. We'll see if his early cycle machine is working.
Oh, he got it!
Oh!
That
looks good. That looks good. I think he got the jump. He got it! That's good for SB.
SB's been getting a ton of these lately.
SB's early cycle machine coming through, saving him time, and you can really see the difference. SB was behind going into this level, and now he is probably at least 10 seconds ahead of ShadowMario. It is super important.
Piazza 6th time, and it's time to spray some dudes down.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, Piazza 6 is probably the most done IL in this game. A lot of players grind out for crazy times. The current record is a 2:19.
Shoutouts to Fetch.
Shoutouts to Fetch. Anyways, most of the time RTA players are looking for roughly around a 2:10, a little better depending on, you know, how many crazy things you're doing in this level. But 2:10 has kind of become the new benchmark. Used to be above 2 minutes, but you know, we've gotten pretty good at this game, so. SB with the classic early cycle into mediocre Piazza 6. Just kind of a cycle of this game. If you get early cycle, you are almost guaranteed to get a worse Piazza 6. We don't know why. It just always happens. And you can really see the difference. SB just got a 2:08. ShadowMario got a 2:13, which is a pretty good time for that level. Yeah, both players actually looking at a pretty good Piazza time. SB is going to be getting, I think, a sub 28. ShadowMario is going to be pretty close. It's going to be a 29.0 something without early cycle, which is still pretty good.
It's time to wrap up Piazza. Pretty easy Shadow Mario kill from SB.
Seeing a very similar strat from Shadow Mario. Ooh, not getting the quick kill actually. I think that had to do with him getting a double jump off the bridge, so he didn't get as much damage on Shadow Mario as he would have liked to.
That looked to be barely a sub 29 Pianta from SB. Shadow Mario not that far behind still though.
Yeah, only about 10 seconds. This is still a pretty close race.
Alright, time for Honey Skip.
Oh, the jelly skip? Oh! Oh, that's so bad. Oh no.
Can you explain what was going on there?
So there's this thing called movie skip, which is basically you grab that coin and the same frame that you enter the cutscene, and then you can save warp, I think. Which will get rid of the cutscene and you'll be spawned out. Shadow Mario was trying to show off this weird route. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out for him as he just grabbed the coin. He just grabbed the coin and entered the cutscene. He did not get the movie skip that he was looking for. Meanwhile, SB did just get the normal honey skip and now has quite a lead on Shadow Mario.
Yeah, kind of surprised Shadow Mario would go for that, considering he kind of has to go get a win too.
Yeah, as we said before, Shadow Mario needs a win if he wants even a chance. Or I guess if he got a win, he would be pretty well set off to get into bracket. But yeah, that is super big because that cost Shadow Mario at least 45 seconds. Yeah, about 45 probably. Anyways, we got Mecha Bowser. This level is super good and fair because rockets have great mechanics. SB just got a sort of random rocket regrab, allowing him to get almost the perfect mecha. We'll see what Shadow Mario can match. That might be... Yeah, that was a little too high. Luckily, Shadow Mario got a regrab, so he'll still be okay to get the second best mecha. But yeah, that's another 4 seconds for Shadow Mario. Mecha Bowser is kind of an unfair shine, because if you miss a rocket, or if you miss a shot, or you miss a regrab, you're immediately losing 4 seconds. And 4 seconds at the top level of this game is actually, like, pretty important. That's a lot of time you can play around with. And it's not that, like, you can very easily miss a shot or miss a regrab. Shadow Mario is saving. I guess he just forgot to take his memory card out. He had it in for movie skip and then didn't take it out. That makes sense.
Hey, like you said earlier, maybe he doesn't want a game over.
I mean, I don't think that's the issue. Shadow Mario actually has 3 lives right now because he didn't do jelly skip or honey skip.
That's having a pretty good Pinna 2 secret though.
Yeah, Pinna 2 definitely one of the easier secrets in this game. It's honestly probably easier than Bianco 3. Just because Bianco 3 has some slightly harder movement that you could do, but most players choose not to do it because it's pretty dumb. Whereas this stage doesn't really have very much variance in the strats you're using. Got Pinna 3 coming up for SB. We'll see how this level goes for him.
This is always one of my favorite movements in the game, grabbing these red coins on the ships here.
Shout out to Jake for the host.
Really clean from SB.
Yeah, he'll also be getting J-Dive. This should go right into the Shine. Very nice. Shadow Mario might bust out the new Pinna 3 strats. He is not busting out the new Pinna 3 strats. Scratch that thought. So that was a super clean ending from him, though. As far, you want to explain how Pinna 4 works?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. Okay, so what he's gotta do, he's gotta spray these guys down and pretty much manipulate them to a spot where they can ground pound. So he can ground pound on them and just kill them all in a quick succession. I tried.
Yeah, we're looking to kill all of these guys in one cycle because
that was really quick from SB.
Yeah, we're looking to kill them all in one cycle because these cutscenes will play back to back to back. Whereas if you don't kill one of them, then you have to wait for the cutscenes to end and then kill the last one, which also takes extra time because there's like this animation of them dying. This could be bad for Shadow Mario. One of the dudes did not wake up as fast as he was supposed to.
Oh, and he got hit too. Whoa.
Nope, that's good. Yep.
That was really close.
Yeah, there's actually a part of that strat to get hit, although he got hit in a place that he did not want to get hit, so that could have ended pretty badly for him.
Time for a little trick that we like to call early Shiga round.
EYG, we're gonna skip Pinna 5 by doing a bunch of somewhat complicated things to get to a loading zone that we're not supposed to be able to. Yeah.
I think we might see one stew from Shadow Mario.
That was a weird bomb from SB. Unfortunately, that actually cost him quite a bit of time because he got hit by the stews, which meant he had to wait to grab the fruit because you can't grab fruit when you're in damage frames. This is looking good for SB.
This looks like it'll be a pretty good setup, though.
This actually might be the one stew.
How much time does this save over the regular method?
It really depends on how fast you do it. I've always been a fan of not doing this. Ooh, this... Oh, did he save it? He saved it. That was a good backup. People have always made an estimate for how much time one stew saves. I always say that it's very situational on when it saves time. I don't know if in that situation it would have been faster, but either way, Shadow Mario went for it. This is still a pretty good EYG. Ooh, SB playing safe there. He was taking a little bit of time to set up that spin jump. Normally you see a lot of players just kind of go right into it. Shadow Mario over the top to the middle. Very nice. You know, even with the missed movie skip, Shadow Mario is only a little over 20 seconds behind right now.
Probably made up some time with the one stew and SB getting that bonk during EYG as well.
I don't know, where did he really... I guess, yeah, SB's EYG wasn't that clean. Even still, like, I thought he had a way bigger lead on Shadow Mario than 20 seconds. Unless I'm just really bad at math.
Don't worry, I am too.
Maybe it's 30 seconds. I may not just... figure out here. 38-52 from SB. Both players actually going for Shadow Mario to the right. We don't see that very often, but it's sort of a 120 strat that's technically faster in any percent, but it's also a lot harder, so you don't see many players go for it.
So only a 22-second difference, all things considered.
That's actually really impressive. What did SB mess up? Or did Shadow Mario really just have that good of a pinna otherwise?
It had to be EYG.
I guess, but I don't think Shadow Mario's UYG was like that much better than SB's. I don't know. Either way, still a good race right now. That's cool.
Now for the first of two Gooper Blooper fights.
We've entered Rico. Rico is one of the more consistent stages in this game, not only because the movement is not the hardest thing in the world, but also because there's no RNG in this level, so it is purely execution.
Pretty standard stuff for this boss.
Hastfire, I've been told you have a race to commentate. Do you wanna comment on that?
I might.
SV's doing Rico 2 right now. We skipped the bloopers because bloopers are not that fast, contrary to popular belief.
As a matter of fact, you do not need them for this level at all.
It's actually very convenient. So this race is based off of 2 checkpoints. And so because of that, we can actually use just Mario and not get on the blooper and save time because just Mario's movement is a little bit faster than blooper movement. Not to mention you don't have to go around the very first turn, which is useful. Player is looking for about an 18 here. SB might be looking at a... No, that's an 18. Very nice for SB.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I've died a lot on that turn casually, so it's pretty convenient to have that.
Shadow Mario, nope, getting a 19. And that shouldn't be the shine spot. Although he should just be able to hover backwards into it. Or not, that also worked.
Here's one of the quickest shines in the game coming up.
Ooh, SB missing that dive cancel. No matter, still a pretty good Rico 3 overall. Way better to miss the dive cancel and to not make it onto the boat. So, he's chilling. Oh, Shadow Mario not getting it either.
This is interesting.
Having some flubs. Killing the spider.
SB's been on a pretty good run so far. Knock on wood.
I don't know if that picked up, but yeah.
Sounded like you were knocking on your dinner plate.
Yeah, my dinner plate was pretty close, so I didn't have a lot of desk space to work with. Either way, we got Rico 4 coming up. One of the harder secrets in this run, but usually not one of the ones that players are super concerned about.
Audience wants to know what you had for dinner, Paper.
No comment.
Unfortunate.
Ooh. SB's playing it safe. That's a good call on his part. He could have tried to go for a little bit of a faster strat there, but he opted just to kind of play it safe and not die, which was a very good decision in that scenario. ShadowMario with a slightly faster Rico 4. He didn't mess up the one thing SB did, although he didn't go for the fastest thing, it seemed like, because he made it to the last platform a little bit slower than you see some players reach it.
Time for Gooper Blooper fight number 2, which is pretty much the same thing as the first one, except on a completely different platform.
It's actually very slightly different in that you have to pull the tentacle or his nose a little bit more, but that's not a huge deal. But it does mean that if you mess up and let go of the thing too late, that or if you let go of the thing too early, that you're gonna lose more time. Oop. ShadowMario not getting. Oh, that's not good.
Well, this is gonna lose some time.
Yeah, that probably lasts him 5-6 seconds. Not a huge issue. I think ShadowMario's timing was just messed up there from not getting the spray on Blooper as he was jumping off the trampoline. That can happen very rarely. It's not completely understood why that happens. I've always thought it's if you are holding R the whole time when you do that jump that it doesn't work sometimes, and you just kind of have to reset the R press, but not 100% on that.
This time, we're gonna write some bloopers.
Oop, SB missing the button. Very hard trick, understandable.
Pretty hard to miss these red coins at this level, though. I have seen it happen, though.
I've missed these red coins more times than I probably should have, but it's okay. SB did not miss any coins. Hopefully we will see the same from ShadowMario. Very nice Rico 6 from both players. Both the better Ricos were actually like pretty good. I think ShadowMario's only mistake was the Rico 5 thing, and I think SB just had a good Rico.
Other than the bonk at the beginning of that last level, that was pretty much the only mistake.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Gonna wrap it up here, hopefully with a ShadowMario quick kill.
Yeah, it's beginning of 48-12? 12 or probably 13. That's a pretty good time. He can definitely work with that. Turn this into a PB, potentially 115. ShadowMario's still not out. What's up?
I was gonna say, we're gonna go back to Bianco Hills for 2 missions now.
Yeah, ShadowMario definitely not out though. He's only 25 seconds behind, and that he can either make that up on like RNG or just, you know, progressively gaining like a second or two on SB here and there on certain stages.
Pretty impressive he's not that far behind considering the mistakes that have happened, also not getting Remel cycle.
Yeah, ShadowMario is definitely on a good pace despite all of those things happening. Bianco 6 is one of the scarier secrets only because there's this one block you have to ride up in this level, and if you fail after that, you lose so much time. That was close from SB. He had like the minimum angle he needed there. SB going for the fast ending. I think we might see the fastest secret strats for Shadow Mario. We'll know if he goes for a GWKD at the top of this here.
Yeah, I gotta play it safe.
Wow, he can do that with just a spin jump? That's crazy. He actually didn't. That's the fastest secret strat, but he did that without doing a GWKD, which you'll see a lot of players do when they go for that strat.
I was gonna say, since he didn't go for the wall kick, I thought, shows how much I know.
Nah, I didn't think you could do that either. I apparently need to take some more notes on Shadow Mario.
SB not quite getting the quick kill though. Still gonna finish with a pretty solid exit time here.
But yeah, that was our Bianco revisit. Just need to finish this up. Shadow Mario getting the quick kill. Super nice. We have SB opening up Sirena right now. We have to fight another Shadow Mario and unlock this Yosh.
It is just about time for everyone's favorite boss, Manta.
Yeah, that was some good execution from SB to get into the pipe. But yeah, we do have Manta coming up. Manta's a very weird combination between RNG and skill, because your RNG can kind of determine a lot at the beginning, but when you get to the second phase, a lot of that is just how well you play. The first phase is also kind of like that. You can sort of, watch the Mantas and try to follow them, but it's very hard to do that. So we'll have to see. If Shadow Mario gets a really good Manta here, he could actually make up almost all of his lead, or all of his deficit to SB. But that requires a almost godly Manta. This is a good split from SB. Up, one of the guys not getting sprayed off. That's actually still really good from SB.
Yeah, this doesn't look too bad actually.
Nah, he made that work really well. All those guys went in some super good directions. Now he just needs to execute well. Was that it? That was a really good Manta from SB.
That looked great. Oh my goodness.
That has to be either a low 240 or a 230 something. That was super good. I wasn't watching Shadow Mario's Manta that clearly, but it looks like this wasn't terrible. We'll kind of see if he falls significantly behind SB on how bad his Manta was.
I believe that's only 2 seconds off of SB's PB now. Really good Manta.
We're not done with Sirena yet, though. We still have 2 secret levels and 1 more RNG level left. So definitely not over in Sirena yet. There's still a lot of places to lose time. But yeah, ShadowMario definitely lost quite a bit of time there. I think he's now about 35 seconds behind SB when he was only about 25. So ShadowMario did not have the greatest of Mantas.
This secret can be pretty shaky at times too.
There's a lot of precise kind of movements you have to do, especially the sandblock section and then the momentum spin at the end. SB nail on the momentum spin. Nice, very good. Oh, that was weird. I'm surprised he didn't bonk there. He somehow just didn't have enough speed.
Sirena 3-time. Paper, what are your thoughts on this level?
Neither of these players are going to be going for the best strat in this game, but I can respect SB not doing it because he is on 115 pace, so I will allow it. SB missed the clip.
The split.
Okay,
We'll be
gets the
fine,
second
though.
try.
I loses like 3 seconds, right?
Yeah, roughly. And we're talking a lot about SB's pace, but ShadowMario is still not on bad pace. If he gets like a good King Boo into a good Noki, he could still like probably low 116 this. I don't, he might be able to 115, but it'd be very, very close. Up. ShadowMario is going for an IL strat there. You can get a GWK off that last part right there and make it up, but it's super tight. So you will unfortunately not be saving any time on SB there.
Time to enter the casino where we'll be seeing some interesting movement into this level's second secret.
Yeah, this is Casino Skip. The casino is another really bad part of this game, so we're not going to deal with it. SB nailing the hole in one. Very nice.
Because nobody wants to flip tiles.
Yeah, tile flipping. Ugh. Get nightmares just thinking about it.
I don't think those things ever consistent.
Nah, definitely not. I would love to see TAS do tile flipping though, because they just like spam spray the thing and everything would just like magically become perfect. Whoop. SB doing that spin jump a little fast, but it's okay. Better to be too fast there than too slow there, because if he was too slow, he would have died. Whereas since he was too fast, he still got to live, only losing like 3-4 seconds there.
I believe SB's actually a second ahead of his PB right now, so this is going to be a pretty big King Boo coming up.
Let's see if ShadowMario gets the momentum spin, and he does. So that was the strat that SB was going for, but he spun a little too fast on. But we have King Boo. King Boo is RNG, and it's very not controllable RNG. In the case of Manta in early cycle, you can sort of play well to increase your chances of getting better segments there. But King Boo and PD, it's just you kind of gotta take it, whatever they give you.
Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do about this.
But we'll see. The optimal thing is for King Boo to give you fruit, not fruit, fruit, not fruit, fruit, because he can't give you fruit multiple times in a row. You also want to get good pepper placements when he gives you fruit. SB starting out with an early cycle, that's never a good sign. But he will be getting fruit right here. So that is a non-terrible thing. If he gets no extras from here on out, this is still a solid King Boo. The runners are also going to be canceling these cycles here. They're going to run under King Boo as he spawns something that isn't fruit. Because it takes King Boo a little bit longer to...
Looks like Shadow Mario already got an extra cycle too.
Unfortunate. It's okay though, you got fruit next time. So both players are currently even at 1, I think. SB with the double bubbles. And SB's good, only 1 extra cycle, that is very workable. And you know, considering SB's run had a good, or did SB have a good PD? SB had a mediocre PD. But he had an early cycle and a good Manta, so 1 extra, kind of fair. Oh, Shadow Mario missing these throws.
SB could probably do well with 1 extra cycle there. It wasn't a bad King Boo.
Nah, he's totally on, like, he's still on a good pace there. 1 extra is only about 6 to 7 seconds, and granted, he didn't get the greatest peppers either, so...
Yeah, I believe he actually saved time over his PD here.
I wouldn't doubt it. Did Shadow Mario get another extra?
That's what it, like... Yeah, it's not looking good for Shadow Mario at this point.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Shadow Mario is roughly 40 seconds behind. So SB either has to make a lot of small mistakes in Noki, or he's got to make 1 really massive mistake for Shadow Mario to come back. But obviously we're rooting for SB to do well right now because he is on PB pace. So we always want to see our runners do good when they're on PB pace, obviously.
Of course, there's still this big mission, Eel and Noki 6 in this next segment, so it's definitely not over.
SB's timer to stop. He's missing some goop. Okay. 211 and a high 1 is not the worst thing ever. On the Japanese version, this level is quite a bit harder because of invisible goop. Not to mention the just requirement of how much goop you have to clean is a lot stricter on this version. So you'll see players usually aiming for like 216 to 220. The range is just really variable because this level is just super dumb. If Shadow Mario's timer stops here, this is looking good, but he's missed. No, 219. It's a pretty good time.
About to wrap it up here at the hotel. Spray down Shadow Mario 1 more time. Also, thank you for the subscription, Jeremy. $103.25 exit for SB.
Yeah, if SP plays well this Noki, he could make something out of this run. I think Shadow Mario attempted the quick kill right there and unfortunately did not get it. You do it in a similar way to the Bianco quick kill where you kind of roll out spray into him, but this one's a little bit harder because Shadow Mario is moving. So SB playing it safe. I don't know if SB always does this. I thought SB converted to doing the first cycle strats here, but either way, I don't hate the decision. He's on good pace. He doesn't need to go for first cycle right now. Shadow Mario having a couple flubs. Ooh, missing a side flip.
Looking pretty shaky from him right now.
He might still hit second cycle with this. I'm pretty sure that was a late second cycle, so he's only losing like 5 seconds to optimal, and he's only probably losing 2 to SB, if that. We got Noki 2 coming up. There's supposed to be a third blooper fight here, but we're not going to do that because the mechanics in this video game allow us to clip through literally everything. So we're going to grab this spring, throw it into this wall, and not have to do that.
I believe SB is 8 seconds ahead right now of his PB.
With a few more flubs. Yeah, like I said, SB, he's definitely on 115 pace. Like, no question right now. It's pretty close. He's got to play well in Noki, but he can definitely make this work into a 115. ShadowMario was actually pretty close to not getting that. He only just made it into the area that he was aiming for. Got Noki 3 happening. This level is pretty straightforward. This is kind of the game just teaching you how to do underwater mechanics. And there's not a whole lot of depth to this shine. You're kind of just trying to keep as much speed as possible when you go into coins, and you're trying to minimize as much time you spend hovering. We will see this different route coming out from Shadow Mario. I don't believe this saves time, but either way, it's definitely interesting. Although, it might, because Shadow Mario's IL might have been a 46, and that might have been with fade-in timer. I'm not entirely sure, though.
Not gonna lie, kind of disappointed we didn't see any paper strats on the entrance here.
Yes, I too am disappointed, but it has to be that way. Alright, guess as far as nothing to say.
Time for a dentist appointment.
Yes, we're going into Eel. We gotta clean off his teeth. We're looking to clean 6 teeth in the first cycle. That is pretty precise, but both of these runners should be practiced on that to be able to do this. Up.
Oh, That's not good.
SB's gonna have to settle for a 5-tooth. He missed just the smallest bit of goop on the, I think, the 3rd tooth or something. Which is unfortunate. He was definitely on pace to get 6-tooth right there. But sometimes be like that.
Still got the cutscene skip though, and that's important. That's the most important part.
See if ShadowMario can nail 6-tooth right here. This is looking good so far. Oh wow, that was very good. He had a lot of extra time there. And this is the fast 6-tooth from ShadowMario. As you can see, he was very low into the eel's mouth, which causes him to... Oh, did he get air damage? No! So sad. So for explanation, I think ShadowMario messed up the first fast part there, so basically his air damage cycle was slightly off. And because of that, he took air damage after he got hit by the tooth, which basically canceled all of his invincibility frames, and he wasn't able to get cutscenes because of that. That was not... Whoa.
SB's still on PB pace though. 115 is gonna be really hard from this.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. I was getting a red bar from Discord, so I was concerned out. Yeah, Piantissimo is kind of just a cool down shine. You just got through Eel. You're about to do Noki 6, which is one of the harder levels in this game. So... But yeah, the situation for ShadowMario is not good. I think he's roughly 50 seconds behind SB. Which... Like, he could still make back, but SB's got to make some really bad mistake for ShadowMario to have a chance right now.
Huge Noki 6 coming up for SB here. First, we gotta jump some ropes. Pretty good entrance.
Oh, that was a weird spin jump angle. He made it work though. Gonna be going for green cycle here. The fastest Noki 6 strats we know of right now. Well, there's technically faster strats, but those are not fun to do in real-time runs.
Really good Noki 6.
I think SB can barely do it right now. I don't know. He might not be able to. Yeah, I think he needs a perfect Corona to do it. But he's definitely on PB pace right now, though, because SB's PB is at 1:16.11.
I believe he's currently 6 seconds ahead of it right now.
Nah. He would need. Yeah, he would need a 229 Corona to get 115 right now, and that's very hard to do. But either way, SB looking like he's in position to take the race, potentially with a PB2. So yeah, we just gotta see how this Corona goes. Also, both players hit the ShadowMario quick kill there. That's one of the easier ones to do, unless you do the dumb ShadowMario quick kill, but most of us are sane human beings.
Most of us.
Most of us.
See if he goes for fast Corona.
Oh!
Oh no!
Why did he go for it? Why did he go for it? Did he really think he was gonna get a 229 right now? Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That probably cost him TV.
Oh no. Oh no!
A second death?
This is close now. Like, Shadow Mario's less than 10 seconds apart now?
I was not expecting this.
And Shadow Mario going for fast Corona. He might not be that far behind going into Bowser. This is super close right now. Oh, Shadow Mario messed up a little bit. Okay, he's not gonna hit fast Corona right here. But he's still a lot closer to SB than he just
I
was.
cannot believe. Well, we have rocket storage coming up. Anything to add to that?
I'm pretty bad at it, but these players are not bad at it. This is close. If SB gets gooped, I think
Sure is, Papa.
Shadow Mario's got a chance.
Come in, Mama Peach.
Granted, the reverse could happen too. Shadow Mario could get gooped and then SB would have a greater chance. But
You again?
this is close.
Ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
All right, here we go. SB going to right, okay. Shadow going left.
SB's not. Oh, Shadow Mario!
Oh no! Oh, Shadow Mario missing the ground pound. Well, this is probably the end of the comeback now.
And SB takes it with a 116.41. Shadow Mario getting gooped again! Oh my god. That's so tragic. Came down to 10 seconds.
Wow. GG.
Oh my
Valiant
god.
effort by Shadow Mario in the end. Despite a really good run from SB for most of it.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good race. SB going 3-0. He will move on to bracket in addition to Guy. But yeah, we're hopefully gonna get the players in for an interview real quick.
What an incredible finish.
That had me on the edge of my seat, dude. I was ready.
Yo.
Was I...
SB, what are you doing? Why did you do fast Corona?
Well, I was greedy for PV. If I didn't go for it, it would have only been like a
Mario?
4-second PV.
I guess.
What happened
I'm
on
kind
the
of tired
second?
of 116, so I really
What
didn't
happened
care.
on the second death there?
Dude, I got the weirdest angle, and I like freaked out. Whatever.
Understandable. You still took home the W. We also
I
have
learned
Shadow
on the third time. I learned my lesson.
Fair enough. We do have Shadow Mario here.
So
Hey.
That was an unfortunate race for you, Shadow Mario. You almost took it back at the end after SB threw on Corona.
yeah, I died twice. I don't know if you were watching.
Yeah, I was watching. Even though I said I wasn't gonna, I watched anyway.
Oh heck yeah!
Someday.
I mean, so SB, give us your thoughts on the run. Obviously, you were PB pace for a good majority there. Getting the early cycle, the good Manta. How are you feeling?
I get these runs every day, dude. So
I
not
guess.
really a surprise.
I know the feel.
but my Sirena 6 was pretty bad. Then Noki 4 kind of sealed the deal with 115, unfortunately. I lost like 8 seconds because my entry wasn't that great either. Yeah, be like that.
And ShadowMario, you had it rough from the start, missing movie skip. Do you want to tell the people why movie skip, or just in general?
Because I think movie skip's easier to do at the fastest speed. Because you can't lose any time. But with honey skip, you can like clip out of the building, and it can take a while to set up. So that's why I do movie skip. And I was kind of in the wrong spot when I set it up, and I didn't fix it. And that's why I failed.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was why. I don't know much about movie skip.
Yeah.
But you were making the comeback for a while. You were only like, I think 30 seconds behind SB out of Pinna, and I don't know how the heck you did that. Like, I was super confused there for a while.
Yeah, my Pinna was pretty good.
But yeah, I think that'll be it. SB and Guy moving on into bracket. Unfortunately, we'll be saying goodbye to ShadowMario, but it's okay. He'll be on the world record grind on his own channel.
Godspeed.
It's been fun commentating with you.
Thank you, Paper, so much, and thank you guys for racing. This was a fun match to commentate. Appreciate y'all letting me on.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all commentating.
Anytime, brother. Stay tuned. More GSA action. We have Ouija vs. J Cool. Two of the world record contenders in this game going head to head in the group stages. Coming up in less than 10 minutes. We'll see you all in a bit. Goodbye, GSA.
Peace out.
Spicy.